The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 1016. Tuesdays, we've been talking professionalized wrestling or Spider-Man. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ready to chat with you guys tonight. And we got a crew with us. First of all, let me get my button straight over here. This is the Mad Mike button here. Hi, Mad Mike from Upper New York.
Hi, Sorg. Thank you for not saying upstate, because I'm not in upstate New York.
What do you mean you're not in upstate New York?
I'm not in upstate New York, Sorg.
Are you messing with me right now?
No, I'm not in upstate New York. If you insist on pronouncing Carnegie, I'm going to correct you that I'm not in upstate New York. I'm not even north of Albany.
I need a map. Okay, I thought upstate was just everything above the city.
No. That's what people who don't know what New York is.
Oh, okay.
Is upstate. Yeah.
Okay. I have never been corrected.
Upstate New York is anything north of Albany.
Okay.
At the very, very least.
So the stuff is like basically
some people would even quibble with that.
So basically the stuff that's practically Canada.
No. There's a long time between Albany and Canada.
All right, I need a map. Tina was just sharing a map that both you and I were looking at. That says,
oh yeah, I know. And then you said, "What is upstate?" And I'm like, he's gonna hear about it.
It's a map of Seattle. It's a map of Seattle, but understanding what like areas are like the boroughs in New York City, like what the Manhattan and Bronx equivalents are, and everything.
Upstate in that map is probably in Oregon.
Yeah, I guess so. So, anyways, also with us, actually, that kind of tracks, is T-Pop is with us.
Hello.
Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, stuff going on in the world of lucha, and I'm back on the show.
Oh my God, there's so
Excited
much so much Mexico this week that it kind of had to happen. So Riz is off on assignment this week. He should be back next. But in the meantime, man, let's talk AAA, man, because AAA is all over Monday Night Raw. They're doing this tournament. Roman Reigns found out that AAA exists from Rey Mysterio last week.
Oh, it was so funny. Just be like, oh, I'm the general manager on there. I do now. Well, it's like, thanks, Roman. You couldn't just put him over for 2 seconds.
I feel like I've had that conversation with people in wrestling, though. It's like,
and yet people still insist Roman's a face.
You know what? The Rock was a face, and he was kind of an asshole. You know what I mean? So I don't think being a face and being a good guy are not the same thing anymore. Let's put it that way. Hulk Hogan proved this, right? So, anyways, what is WWE doing for those that aren't following T-Pop?
Okay, so we have a number 1 contenders tournament of the best luchadors from Raw, SmackDown, and AAA, all coming together to compete for a match against Roman Reigns the night after Triple Mania on Monday Night Raw in Mexico City, the same venue that's holding Triple Mania Night 2. So we got Penta and Laredo Kid, Psycho Clown and La Parka. Then it's El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Dragon Lee. And we got Rey Fenix versus El Fiscal.
Jeez.
So it's a really good lineup we got for this tournament.
Jeez. I mean, I can't imagine him not coming out with the belt. I also can't imagine them having him drop it to anybody but Penta if there was even a chance at this point. Like Penta's the dream match out of this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But see, it really doesn't matter who it is, technically, because it's like, you're in Mexico City, that crowd is going to be fully behind whoever comes out of this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And just imagining how good those false finishes are going to be, when Roman just barely gets his shoulder up after something, it's gonna be amazing.
You see Roman taking a Mexican destroyer all the time.
Oh,
Like it's gonna
absolutely.
be so good.
I've wanted that since the Rumble, when Roman and Penta, like 2 years ago, when the first Rumble Penta was in, they were the team together for like 2 minutes in that Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want this.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes me want to rewatch like Penta versus Matanza or Penta versus Cage or something.
Oh
like that.
yes, those were the days. Those
Yeah.
were the days.
I mean, I'd love to think that Penta's gonna beat Roman
Mhm.
or Phoenix would beat Roman. It's not gonna happen. I'd love to see it.
But man, you got to be down for the ride for this one. Like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go for it. So
Yeah, I mean, it is a little, it was a little shitty that Dom's not in the tournament, but
exactly, dude. Dom is Dom is the mega champion. He's the main champion of an entire
Oh.
country.
I have so many issues with how they're treating him.
Yeah, it's like Dan
So
has one
many.
thing, but now he's just getting like so Dragon Lee's getting a title shot at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like
See, this is my problem. Like, I understand that Dragon Lee had to beat Dominic because Dragon Lee's in the tournament. His match is next week. But you can't also have Dragon Lee then get beat the crap out of by Big Cass right after it. Because if that was the case, Dominic could have just beat Dragon Lee. Like, there was no point in having Dragon Lee win if he's just going to get destroyed.
I'm getting tired of AAA being treated as NXT El Espanol when it comes to the main roster. Because it's like, oh, hey, look at this guy. Hey, look at this guy. But it's like, well, we can't let him win here.
And
it's
I do want to say, I want to give him credit. Corey Graves tries his damnedest on commentary on Raw to put over every AAA guy, every AAA storyline. Like, he was going out of his way to build up like the history of Laredo Kid and Penta during their match.
Yes. I mean, again, that's a guy that's done this before. He's got a giant lucha tag too. He's had for at least 20 years, right? A lot of that I don't think he had to study up for, to be quite honest, because I feel like he knows the deal. Especially some of those long histories and everything from back in the day. So no, it was good, and seeing him correct Cole for one of Dragon Lee's moves or something like that. It was really fun to kind of see that. I just wish, man, I don't know if you're noticing this, T-Pop, but when I say that the AAA commentary is phoned in, I mean it's literally physically phoned in, and you can tell, and it's not getting better.
See, I feel like I'm one of the only people who disagrees with that to an extent. Like, I can understand where you can tell, like, Ray and JBL, like, they're usually the issues where it's like, they're not in the same room, they start to talk over each other, and it just seems like Ray's like, I need to say something, let me get that out. But, like, my thing is, like, because people are like, oh, it doesn't seem like they're as passionate or whatever because it's phoned in. Like, you can tell Corey Graves is having so much fun calling the matches when, like, someone does something crazy and he just, like, starts losing it on commentary, like, getting giddy about it.
Can I point out a something I've noticed about Corey Graves?
Yeah.
And this is not a slight, this is not a critique or something, but having watched, like, mostly because I was watching some Dark Side, so I was kind of throwing back to some old stuff, and Corey has mastered the old Vince McMahon commentary laugh.
Yes.
Like that fake laugh to go along with whatever JBL or Cole said or something like that.
Yeah.
That, like, haha, that thing that he does. He has his version of it, right? But I'm just like, I'm listening to that, and it's like, I know he's been doing it for a while, and it's been popping in my ear a little bit. I'm just like, that's the Vince laugh. Like, and I think he does it as a placeholder, right? In a similar way to old Vince matches. So have you been noticing that? Is this?
Yeah, I
just
feel
me?
like it's just like he needs a way to react to, specifically on AAA when it's JBL, like, trying to make like a joke or something. Because like Corey Graves totally keeps everything seriously, and he's trying to tell all the stories, and then something gets thrown in, and he's like, he doesn't want to ignore it. So he has to acknowledge it, but he doesn't want it to take away from it.
It's like,
it doesn't happen as much with Cole because I feel like they have more of a playful banter.
Yeah.
Like Cole and Cole and Corey have that, where JBL and Corey haven't gotten that. And that might be because it's being phoned in like that.
Is that uncomfortableness with that? So, wait. I think we got somebody on the line to help us out with this
Run it.
concept.
I hear someone stealing my laugh. Ah.
Thank you, Demon
Yeah,
Demon Boss.
Yeah. But I think the difference between the Graves is on commentary. He's in AAA. He's play-by-play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main difference. And
well,
it's very hard
He's a
to be a charismatic guy on play-by-play because you have to be the one guiding the action.
He's steering the ship. He's doing it handicapped a little bit with the technology they appear to be using. First Conan, because Conan was he was putting in work to keep Conan on track and not overlapping where certain stories were happening, right? That he had to get in. And then like Ray's not as bad, but Ray is definitely not versed in this, I love
Rey Mysterio has never been.
No, he's not. He's like, but it was like we need somebody on commentary. We can't put random luchador that you never heard of on this. We need like familiar voices so the American audience adopts this. Sure, Ray is wildly soft spoken. Like,
yeah,
I started like listening to him this week, and I'm just like, he reminds me of somebody else I know locally who's very soft spoken that I work with on a regular basis, and it was kind of freaking me out. But yeah, but he's got that celebrity bit, and then he's got to duck out, and he's like, oh, I gotta go.
He's had surgery 58 times on his left knee.
Is that your Rey Mysterio impression?
That is the Rey Mysterio impression.
I don't know about that one.
Whenever they used to do the "Don't try this at home,"
yeah,
it was always Ray. It was like, I had surgery 10 times on my left knee, or whatever it was. Like,
okay.
It sounded like he was having surgery while he was saying that. Like,
he might have been.
That take of
He's
it.
had a lot of surgery.
He's had a lot of time in the dungeon and surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So, either way,
and also not really Rey Mysterio.
That's right. No, yes, he's.
We need to always point that out.
A pile of bones in a dungeon in Boyle Heights. Got it.
It's Rey Mysterio, but it's spelled R-A-Y. So you know
Ray.
it's not the same guy.
Ray. Ray. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for supporting this madness and terrible impressions at patreon.com/wrestling mayhem show. So many of you do support the show. It takes a village, and you are the village, and we do appreciate you. But thank you to everybody who does participate on the Patreon and supports us, including our friends at the fan show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Team Hammer Fist, who's been doing a great job with the graphics. Here's one. We've already announced this, but there's Sykes taking the stage, helping us with the wrestling DJ set for all your vibes at Sorgstock here in a couple of weeks. Great graphics he's putting together for that. Bubba Brewer of the Great Triple B podcast. I know he's been putting in a lot of work over there. Our friend Dave, Prof Pod Podner, who once again would like to remind you can use code Dave26 at gcxc.com/eventspa for discounted registration at races, including the tutu race. I believe he has a teal tutu that he's matching with pink. He was telling us about on the Awesome Gas earlier. And that's tomorrow night. That's Wednesday night. If you want to be participating in that, go to gcxc.com/eventspa for more information. If you are interested in what goes into that, get your tutu picked. And also at the Poppy Club level, I mentioned that. Resident Trench Coat Tony Kincaid, who I know has some good news in his personal life coming up here. Congratulations. Wow, that sounds like he just had a kid. That's not it. And also, Depop is on the list as well. Yay. Yes! And also at the Pizza Club level, The Riz and Justin Cleaver. And at the manager level, Bradley and Tina Keys. Thank you, everybody, for supporting us over at patreon.com/wrestling mayhem show. For real quick from the comments, Teal and Hot Pink 80s Riffic, says Podner, updating on that tutu ensemble. And also props for Gianni for not being anti-run last week. We were talking about that earlier on the other show. So one partner was saying we need a AAA person to win a title on Raw or SmackDown. Yes.
We need a AAA person to win on Raw.
Yeah, let's start with that, right?
Let's start.
Let's
small.
give the win to Laredo Kid.
Let's
Why
start
not?
small.
I think we'll get one next week. There's no way both of them are gonna lose on Raw.
Yeah, it's
that
like, well,
can't-
it's possible.
It can't.
The Psycho Clown. Yeah, I
No.
don't know. When do they do?
No, Psycho Clown is on Saturday.
Oh,
Psycho Clown and La Parka is
Uh,
on AAA TV.
the
The other
people-
two matches are on Raw.
The people
Wait,
we
so
don't.
has it already been recorded?
No,
They're
no,
live-
they
they're
just
live
finished
this
up their
week?
taping. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a live show. This is a live show this week then.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
and then the rest will be taped through. Okay,
Yeah, because they just finished up Verano de Escándalo.
okay, which that was good. That
So-
ladies match was
So
pretty
this
good.
is this is the only tournament match that's taking place on AAA.
Yep. Well,
It would have to be, right?
I mean, we don't know where the
Because
finals.
otherwise, the spoilers would just spoil the rest
I
of the winner.
cannot wait for. I'm hoping it's La Parka that comes up on Raw, so everybody just randomly
Oh,
tunes in the Raw, just like, oh my god, is that the same one I saw in WCW?
it's
And
gonna
then,
be La
and then they'll
Parka.
see him work, and they'll be like, "Oh, very much not, very much not the same guy."
He's a lot taller and a lot not as thick. So
And he doesn't have a chair with him. at all
no,
times.
the chairman, if you are Skeletor, chair Skeletor is what my dad and I used to call him back in the day. So, anyways, there was another Mexico show in the other company, AEW Grand Slam Mexico. Oh my God, that was about it. One, it was about a 3-hour show, and it needed to be, honestly. And again, a venue that. Again, reading back up on CMLL and being reminded like that CMLL owns their venues. They're not sharing it with others, kind of thing. By the way, that venue that AAA ran from the last big event was really cool.
Yeah.
I
I was so confused when like the first episode happened because it was later. So like when Dom and El Grande had their tag matches, it was obviously later. When the second week happened and the matches were before that, and it was bright and sunny, I was like, this looks like a different venue.
Oh, we've had some.
I was so confused at first. I was like, wait, this is a part of the other taping, right?
Yep.
Like
exactly.
that venue looked so cool in the light.
They had stands. It was stands on one side and they had a giant window on the other side. And it was very circular. I don't know what usually happens there, but it was a very cool thing. It seems like it was more of a concert venue, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool size. But anyways, back to the AEW thing. Like, man, the crowd was crazy for it. The crowd was singing all the songs. Edge had a great moment there. Adam Copeland,
They love them some cope.
Yeah, you
That's
do love them.
one thing it left on his bucket list, apparently.
Absolutely, and he's going to do Maple Leaf Gardens coming in with Maple Leaf Pro. I have notes on Maple Leaf Pro as well, by the way. So, but I am enjoying it. I watched 2 episodes of it, and I got a Psycho Mike match. I'm good. I'm loving it. I want a body slam.
Absolutely.
That's right. But it was, again, it felt like a huge show. There was a lot of really interesting trios matches on there, which feels very CMLL AAA to me, right? With that street fight was tremendous, and that crowd was on top of everything. They made sure everybody went out that they could sing to. So again, feels like a pay-per-view. They left enough space in there between the 2 shows that they could do something big like this. So, but not a big like there wasn't an AEW title match or anything like that. But still, I thought it was really fun.
We got new trios champions, which I really liked. I love the team of Bandito, Brody King, and Adam Page. It's such a fun team.
Yes. Him wearing the sombrero and says, "I'm pretty sure I'm going to get in trouble with this or something."
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, there's only so much they can do with Hangman because he can't go for the world title. So
yeah, no, that's fine. But he can have fun with the rest of the roster and do other things. Like that's fine. MJF's just going around with his old belt, saying I'm still a champ. So we'll see how long that goes. I wonder if he's going to defend it at the big show or not. Oh, that's right. He's in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal thing. So fun fact, Christian had completed the 4. Christian had already hit up the bucket list that Edge has. Is that what I'm reading here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because he's been more consistent. So
Yeah.
But
that's not that surprising.
I mean, the guy did lose like 11 years of his career, though. So he's playing catch up here. But I don't know. Anything else stick out to you from that? I'm just glad we had a reason to have Hechicero on a team again. One of my favorite luchadors that pops up.
Love some Hechicero.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be all over AEW TV, please.
Yes, absolutely. So they and again, I know this was a part of a week of shows with CMLL. They had a pay-per-view, I think, from Friday. That was the Grand Prix show, the Grand Prix match, which Aubrey got to be the referee for. I think it's the first time a woman has done it. And I understand this match went for
73 minutes.
73 minutes.
Yes.
For this thing. Can you explain to us, T-Pop, because I cannot, I saw the poster, I saw some spots from it. What is the Grand Prix match?
So, if anyone remembers back in the Chikara days, they used to do a Cybernetico match. This is an 11-on-11 match. And so, say I start the match off for our team, and I tag in Mad Mike. I have to go all the way to the back of the lineup, and then the rest of the team tags in before I can get back in the match. So it's literally like a baseball field. You're up to bat, you're the next one up. You tag in, you tag back out, you're all the way to the back. But you have to eliminate everyone on the team, and then if there's still members on your team left, you fight each other. Because there's only one person can win it.
Wow.
So you have to eliminate 21 people.
That feels like the you ever hear the War of Attrition match that they did in Warrior Wrestling?
No, I'm not
was
familiar with that.
I think it was like a 6-man. No, it had to been like an 8-man or 10-man tag. And this is how Ospreay lost the Warrior Wrestling Championship. And then it got down to then the winning team splits into 2 teams, and then that splits again if that works out, and getting down to a 1-on-1 match, right? So you could be they probably did something where he got eliminated without being pinned because his team was eliminated, right? Kind of thing. More complex, but still, I think it's in the same similar vein.
I've seen one of these matches.
Yeah, like in Mexico.
I'm looking up the Cybernetico matches because when you said that, it's so familiar to me. And then I'm looking up. There was one in Manhattan in 2012 that I'm pretty sure I was front row
for a Chikara show.
Yeah, for a Chikara show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to. They were having it at a ballroom. I need to double check, but it was Team Eddie Kingston. Mm-hmm. It was Eddie Kingston 3.0, Tim Donst, Grant Akuma, and the Spectral Envoy against Kevin Steen, Harlem Bravado, Lance Bravado, Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, the Young Bucks, and Jimmy Jacobs.
It is so wild.
What a lineup.
It's so wild looking at old Chikara and seeing the names that are all over.
And Eddie Kingston almost massacred my legs. Because I was sitting front row.
Yeah.
And he cannonballed right into the guardrail where I was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm never gonna forget the name Eddie Kingston. Because the guardrail went right up against my knees, and it hurt a lot.
Tina's pointing out the Kyle Fletcher Masca Dorado match.
Yes, that was on the Tuesday's show. Mm-hmm. So it was 2 shows that were on my AEW that had English commentary. That was the main event of the first show. That was a really fucking good match.
Is Veda on those? I thought I saw she was going down.
She's one of the commentators on that.
That's awesome. And again, that my AEW is getting my eyes more and more these days. So you see the Brawl in the Ballpark's coming up on the 23rd. For them, they have a lot of Ring of Honor wrestling. They have at least the specials are on there at least for that. I've actually been watching them on here instead of going to YouTube. For no real reason, but if you don't have YouTube Premium, this is a way you can kind of go in here without all the commercials popping up too. So yeah, they're getting so much more going on there. So it is interesting to see. Obviously there is a bit of the companies kind of both kind of making their waves in Mexico, obviously with partnerships and purchasing, honestly.
Oh,
So
with that CMLL Grand Prix, there was like 5 companies being represented in that.
I know it's tremendous, and they're also like we talk about AEW is the challenger brand, the Pepsi to the Coke here in America. It's the other way around for Mexico, because my understanding is AAA is still the secondary to CMLL in size and scope and company, right? So presumably they're WWE's trying to light a fire under them to take on CMLL. They probably were, I don't know, flailing, but they were struggling a little bit to keep up in comparison, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, from my understanding, I think it was like WWE tried to buy CMLL before the AAA purchase, and it was like they didn't want to buy the venues because like how CMLL owns Arena Mexico, they just didn't want anything to do with that.
They're not interested in real estate.
They're just like, no, we'll go get AAA.
Yeah, did you know McDonald's is more a real estate company than a fast food company, for instance? So yeah, it's that's definitely something. And they would have had the number one, but of course, like AAA, I feel like is getting more TV. They're getting international exposure, obviously. They're really kind of incorporating them. I feel like we're getting the promise of what we were supposed to get around the NXT UK and further expansion into other countries with this. It's easier because we're at least on the same continent, of course, but and we don't have a dedicated Mexican thing. There is now, but there hadn't been anything other than like really strong indies. And we'll talk about one of those in a moment here.
And the best thing is like they haven't really strayed away from what AAA is.
No.
Like they've just kept it what it is. Like sure, there's some people coming in where you're looking at it, it's like, okay, what are they gonna do? And then they come in and they fit right in. So
it's really interesting what they're doing there. I hope they I feel like they're not doing a lot of shows the way they're doing the TV. Maybe that'll change as things kind of develop.
It's just like it's not
right.
the people you see on TV.
That's right. They
have their live events and stuff.
Right. They do. I think we talked about this. You said they do a lot of live events like all over the place. So like it's just like
it is funny though, because then you watch I've watched some of the clips and like Daga comes out to the actual Perros Del Mal theme song, but they don't have the rights to that for the WWE shows, but he was using it on the house shows. They're just like, well, you're not taping it, so I'm gonna use the theme song I want to use.
That's great.
But anything I've seen from them, they're really fun. So
awesome. Well, hey, we're going to talk about another country here in a moment, but in the meantime, I want to take a moment to talk about what's going on at IndieWrestling.us. First of all, big show this past weekend. 2PW Summer Showdown went down, where we have a new top prospect champion. You can go look on the post, or you can watch it over at IndieWrestling.network or on YouTube to see who ended up with the championship. Interesting developments happening there. A lot of belts were defended on that. Not only the 2PW Anarchy Championship, which, by the way, I did not know the lights out match meant it was a blindfold match.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
That was I did not know it was a blindfold match until CJ started handing them the hoods. And I'm like, I literally am turning to Marshall. I'm like, is this a blindfold match? And some guy named John is in it? At some point, I don't know if you saw this, T-Pop. I presume you did.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Some guy named John did the most beautiful top rope elbow drop that would have made both Macho Man and CM Punk so proud. So proud. To nothing. To no water in the pool.
Absolutely no one.
But God bless him, he got a replay of that elbow drop. That was so beautiful. It was tremendous. I did not know I was going to get that joyful of a match. That was for the 2PW Anarchy. They had the Pit Fight Championship. Runaway defended it in a 4-way tag team match. The NWA JCP Tag Team Championships were on the line with Troublemakers against Gianni. That was here in the studio, and Gorgeous Gregory. Of course, we revealed to him his opponents here live on the air because they had changed because the Wise Guys with their RWA titles couldn't make it. But hey, there you go. But no, always a good fun time. There is a show this weekend on Friday. This will not be live, but I will have a camera there for us to have up on indiewrestling.us. If you go to pittsburghwrestling.com, we have updated our calendar so you can get an update on exactly what's going on. So if you are in the Pittsburgh area, I encourage you to come out. There's no poster on this. I'll go get that in a moment. But it's nope, that's labeled wrong as well. Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. Nope. I need to update this apparently. Either way, Battle of the Barrel is what's going down, and not only are there 4 wrestling matches put on by Prospect Pro Wrestling, but apparently it's a one-on-one of sorts. Hold on, let me get this description. Apparently the firefighters are having a hose battle. and I presume, according to the poster, there's a barrel involved, and it's like a tug of war kind of situation. So there's some competitive endeavors outside of the wrestling matches. So looking forward to see what that's going to be about. I'm always up for interesting wrestling venues and trying out some new stuff there. So but yeah, I remember, Tina says, I remember the champ when he was a photographer back in the day. Yes, I do. I was right beside him when he ran in the first time and got harassed. So, but yeah, some really cool stuff there. You can check out Summer Showdown on the network. And last week we had the first episode of the Lethal Lockdown tournament and some interesting teams pairing up there. T-Pop, I don't know if you have a favorite out of the first week of pairings that we had going on.
Well, I really like the team of Dev Swayze and Tatiana.
That's a good one.
They're a fun pair.
Listen, there's some, I've been getting the notifications because we posted some of the matches from last week, and Sammy Suntimer really wants to get along with Marco Narciso. There was a point where he says, I don't even know your birthday, and Sammy says, this is my birthday, let's go. So there's a lot of work being put into that relationship, at least by one side.
Sammy's a sweet little guy sometimes, you know. Just like the other week when the Department of Jobs won their match and Sammy just got in the ring and was celebrating with them, and Alea was like, what are you doing? We're not even a part of this.
Yes, absolutely. So a lot of good stuff going on there. Hey, one announcement that happened that I do want to bring up and make sure everybody's aware of it so they can mark the date on this in October. So you got time. But they had the date. I already had the date. We knew it was going to be a Halloween show on October 23rd. Again, coming out from the gory Andrew Palace match, a culmination got involved. They were going to have a casket match as part of the Friday Night Frights show that they're going to be happening here. Of course, our new champion, Dan Hooven, will be a part of that, and so much more. And considering what happened during COVID when we did a Halloween show, and that ended up with a little car wreck happening, we'll see what happens. There are fans there, so hopefully no car drama or anything like that.
Nobody drive the casket away in the vehicle.
No,
okay?
No.
We're not going to big boss man this.
They're going to big boss man this. Yes, exactly. Getting some stunts in. So... but yeah, looking forward to that, and that's probably the most I've been looking forward to a 2PW show since their comeback. So that's another one. So PittsburghWrestling.com, we're going to keep that guy updated. The Enjoy Wrestling 5th anniversary, Lee Moriarty is going to be a part of that. Is already having matches announced.
Lee Moriarty versus Amazing Red. That's
hell
gonna be good.
Yeah, I love me some Amazing Red. Had a great series of him and Sanjay Dutt back in the middle teens, I guess it was, middle to late teens, and all of that. I believe all of that is free over on our YouTube page for indiewrestling.us too. So some good stuff going on there. Let's see, where are we at? Can we talk Canadians?
Yes.
Listen, I love Maple Leaf Wrestling. I'm here for it. I'm pretty sure they post edit their commentary. And I love Morrow, but there's like a vibe missing from Morrow, man. I don't know. It feels forced. I feel like it's and again, I think it's the way they're recording. They're batching these things. They may not be doing live recordings. Something's I've watched the Global Wars that they've done, and it did not have this vibe. I think it's something they're doing for the live TV, because they're doing a weekly program. It looks like similar to what AAA is doing. Because they are like the only Canadian company broadcasting on Canadian television TSN right now, to my
Yeah.
knowledge. Well, I guess AEW would be right up there. But I believe so. I believe they have a deal up there. And TNA, I'm sure, is on Fight Network or something up there too. But yeah, this is it, and this is I feel like the reason we have Maple Leaf Wrestling as a TV product is because of the void that WWE left behind. Because remember, all of the WWE programming went to streaming, and I think in about every case, Netflix, right? That's right. They have the pay-per-views there as well. All the shows, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and they put the Saturday Night's Main Event on YouTube because they don't have a Peacock in Canada. So yeah, I think that void left a gap. TSN carried Raw for the majority, I think, of the time, right? So to see this kind of like movement here, it created an opportunity for them to kind of put their own Canadian company on board, and I think that's great to see. A lot of people from AEW are part of this thing. So again, another decent part. Obviously, they're partnering with them, doing the global boards with Ring of Honor. So I just continue to love this, propping everybody up that AEW seems to be doing with their relationships.
Yeah, and even like MLP, they have relationships with CMLL as well, considering they had Mascara Dorado was on an episode recently, and Rohan Raja, who's in MLP, was a part of the Grand Prix down in CMLL this weekend.
Yes, good stuff there.
So,
It's also crazy. I think they're still running with this. MLW is one I've not been able to get into for the longest time. Not a quality of product. It's just kind of like it's just hard to put another one in there.
see, I've been enjoying MLW, like I've been getting back into it. My problem is it is so far behind that Baron Corbin is still the tag champion down there.
See, that's what kills me on NWA, because I'm watching tapings I know happened like 5 months ago, and it kills the expediency of wanting to watch it. Like, I'm almost to the point I want to just tune in every week and fast forward until I see somebody I want to watch, like, namely friends of the show that I want to see how they're doing on TV. And it's like, I don't want to be like kind of like rag on it, but it's like, it's not, and that's not bad. It's bad for me. It's not bad for the general wrestling audience, but it's just like, I don't know. I agree with this idea of immediacy. Like, I understand doing one show and getting 3 weeks of tapings out of it. TNA does this. AAA obviously does this, but to do like, they haven't had like a pay-per-view when they advertise something. All their pay-per-views have turned into tapings, which I feel just, it does something weird to the vibe of the product.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind if a show is taped. I do not care if it's live. Like, if you want to tape your show, fine.
It's not like I'm watching live half the time anyways.
Yeah. It's like, when I look, because I don't know if you've done this with stuff that's taped, where it's just like, because I'm watching MLW, I'm like, how many shows they have? So I go up on Cage Match, and there's like 4 different tapings that haven't aired yet. You start counting the matches, because it shows it all on there. There's like 50 matches that hasn't aired yet before you can get to what like their next taping thing is. And it's like, that's what bothers me sometimes, where it's just like, you have so much stuff. How are you this far behind?
But again, they've been given an hour slot. You know what I mean? For television in Mexico. They don't have a distributor here. That's why we're blessed to have it on YouTube, right? To be able to enjoy it. Obviously, they're putting that over because obviously they want it to be picked up by somebody. I'm sure they wouldn't mind CW picking up another wrestling show or something, hypothetically, or a streamer or something like that. But they're trying to show value. I mean, worked for NXT. They were doing their PLEs on YouTube, and now they got picked up as TV specials, basically, right?
NXT is a little bit of a different case, just because they have the machine behind them.
Sure, absolutely, and so does AAA, right? So, this is the machine behind it. Put it on YouTube, getting an audience, and then being able to sell it as an option to people that want more of this type of cheap programming. Because for everything that's been spent on WWE, it is still relatively cheap programming for the volume and interest that you get.
Well, yeah, because they don't have to put up production costs.
Yeah, The production, and even the production costs that are in there are much cheaper than, scripted television for the most part, right? An episode of The Pit, it probably pales in comparison to something like that. So I'm actually curious, what is the cost? But dead air. While I'm finishing that thought, but yeah, when people say, I don't understand, like why it's everywhere, because like remember all these channels turned from whatever they were about before to everybody doing reality program for the most part. Comparatively, when you look at the budget, The Pit is estimated budget of $4 million to $5 million per episode. WWE Raw is production cost is $2 to $4 million. So on average, probably half the cost for something like that, right? So and WWE's bringing in tickets to help pay for some of that day, whereas The Pit does not have a live studio audience. So there you go. 52 live episodes a year in different arenas. Yeah, high volume live production model. By the way, that is I have. It's been a while since I've done this. That is insane. To be able to put on 52 weeks of live production at the level they do. I know we get on their ass, and that's one show. That's one of how many shows they do, plus PLEs, right? Plus whatever other little things they're doing. And when
plus occasional house shows
too. Yeah, absolutely. That's at least gets the travel crew, out there too. So, it's insane. And when we see a flub that we see as few of them as we do, we all saw the commercial break typo during SummerSlam night one. Well, most of us probably did. That's still an incredible feat to pull off what they're pulling off. Absolutely, you have to give them credit for that. AEW too, right? Because AEW's been solid for the last several years, I feel. Tina's reminding us NXT is now also on ESPN Unlimited. Non-exclusive is my understanding. They're still on CW and everything. So, and I have not noticed them come off of the YouTube for CW Sports, which is the most important thing to me. But so very interesting to see how all this is shaken out. Is very, very hard to be a wrestling fan and try to catch everything. But hey, you know what? If you don't want to catch up with all that, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube. Not to mention what we do, JCW, MLW's on there. It's how many promotions and foreign promotions. I think you can watch a lot of CMLL on there. Weren't they the ones that just started an English channel on YouTube? Weren't we just talking about that a couple weeks ago?
I'm not familiar with that, if that's the case.
Maybe
no, because their English stuff I know has just been coming to my AEW now, and then they do their stuff on their channels subscription based, like tiers to get different shows.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Anyways, on that note, hey, let's take a quick break. Oh, it's announcement time. T-Pop, are you ready for this? Are you ready for us to announce our next match for Sorgstock coming up here August 28th? Go to WrestlingMayhemShow.com for details and links to get your tickets now, so we know how many seats to put on. I hit the black button again. I should be hitting this button because our next match we're going to announce, you may be seeing the talent announcements, and this is what's going down. Yes, it is going to be a battle of two members of Top Rope Tabletop, but not in the way you imagined it. It is going to be Mikey Montgomery and Justin Idol. Is he retired Justin Idol in a video game match?
Ooh.
What is a video game match? You're going to have to find out when you come to Sorgstock on August 28th. T-Pop, what are your thoughts?
I am very intrigued by that. I like both of those men, and I like video games.
Yes, I mean,
I wonder if their moves are going to be super effective.
It's like it might be a Smash Brothers match. I don't know, man. We're gonna see how that shakes out.
Sorg, if it's a Smash Brothers match, you're gonna have a lot of item boxes.
I know. I said no cleanup, but here we are, aren't we? So,
I mean, unless they go Final Destination no items, which I don't like doing, but a lot of
what a setting though. So Mikey Montgomery, the future of professional wrestling, Enjoy champion, former Enjoy champion, has been all over the place. And then Justin Idol, who was lighting Pittsburgh on fire back in definitely from the 2000s on, part of hasn't aged well team of sexual harassment amongst other things. So, one cool cat will be part of it. Podner reminds us no one ever retires in wrestling. Yes, and we're proof of that. This will be the first retiree we brought back. So I'm considering.
I hope he dresses as Terry Funk.
As a what?
As Terry Funk.
As Terry Funk? He already kind of does dress as Terry Funk when I think about the singlet, if that's what he's wearing. So I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna do. Okay. I don't know. He was in the Rumble. I think he was in the Renegade Rumble last year. So it's not like he hasn't been in a match, but it's a Rumble. That's a different kind of thing. This Rumble, by the way, RWA's Renegade Rumble, the number 1 and number 2 entrants are Tony Kincaid and Dr. Feelbad.
That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun. Yes. So there we go. Either way, a lot of fun stuff coming up, and all of it's going to be on indiewrestling.network and YouTube. Stay tuned over there. Get signed up for the newsletter so you get all the information on any announcements coming out as well. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back here. Or if you're on Patreon, we're just going to be back in a second. And it's like, why are we even talking to you about this, right? So we'll see you guys in a moment after this.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back.
The people want to know, when is Sorgstock returning?
The monkey thinks blue. What the fuck you gonna do? We are the Crack Crew.
For social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show, and we got, of course, Mad Mike hanging out here, not in upstate New York, and also not in upstate New York because he's more local, is T-Pop, True Prince of Pro.
I'm also not there.
We're just here, man, on the internet talking about professionalized wrestling. But we need to talk about, I just brain farted on everything we were about to talk about here. I had a good transition.
Sorg, my shirt.
Yes. Fight
my
Owens
shirt.
Fight is my reminder.
Yeah. Kevin Owens and CM Punk.
Yes.
Talk Owens talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just I said it when I had friends over for SummerSlam.
You said it last week on the show too.
I think I said it last week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it again. Just have them talk for 5 weeks.
Yes.
I don't need any punches thrown. In fact, I prefer it. Just let them talk.
Let them cook.
And get the cameras as close as they can to get the non-mic'd up parts.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the transcripts from those?
No.
There's a part where they just don't have the microphones and they're getting closer and closer to each other and they're just jawing and CM Punk is getting irritated that Kevin Owens is just smirking at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. That's the thing you do. That's the thing you do. Oh my. Yeah, I love the part where the commentators are, well, these guys do history and we've been instructed not to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that.
I was like, okay.
Because let them tell us about their history.
So I know two things. The thing that came up after this, because I didn't know, and then of course everybody's sharing stuff on the internet about, and it's Kevin Owens talking about apparently there was a thing where CM Punk said, oh, you wear a shirt because you're lazy or something like that. And then Owens wore a singlet, came back and said, "Are you happy now?" And Punk took that the wrong way, and it became some heat. The other thing that
hold on. Are you saying CM Punk maybe has thin skin?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I'm listening to Meltzer today. And by the way, I'm not one of those guys that pays for the thing and listens to Meltzer. Meltzer's in my fucking TikTok feed, okay? Him and Alvarez. And by the way, Mike, sometimes when I hear Alvarez go off about something, he reminds me of you a lot.
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I don't know how you should take that, honestly.
I don't know how to take that.
So
I don't know how to take that.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I just wow.
I don't know if I like it.
It's that sounds like something because he was going off about something. I was like, he seems really off base on this, but he was really adamant about it. I'm like, oh, I know this vibe. That's a Mad Mike vibe.
Oh, but he was wrong. That's not me. That's very different. I'm right. There's a difference.
Oh, we gotta get the two of you in a Zoom room together. See what happens.
What cooks.
No,
thank you.
See what cooks. You. Okay, you and Meltzer. Let's do it.
Nope. No.
So either way,
nope. No. I'm sorry. If that man can't give Kurt Angle a 5-star match, he doesn't have a valid.
Repeating maybe bad information through the Meltzer lens. The story goes that this is around when Punk left WWE and there was the lawsuit. And as part of it, he had decided to sever ties to everybody that was his friend in WWE, including Kofi, man, including the bus mate, the road wife, Kofi, and I guess Colt was asked to do the same thing as part of this since they did the podcast together, where he really kind of railed on everything that he had a problem with, right? And I guess on a loop or something, Kevin and maybe Sammy came through Chicago. They met at a coffee shop, pizza place, or whatever, and that's where Punk had the fit and breakup with Colt Cabana, which led to all the issues. Which later down the road led to all the issues happening in AEW that we know or don't know, right? So that's the other version of this, and of course, allegedly Owens is, and of course, how much of this has been patched up since they've been around each other for the last 2 years since he came back and such and such. And
knowing
and all that.
Phil, probably not.
Who knows? You know what? You know what makes him okay with the relationship? Money. So and he's in a good spot for that. And this fight will be money, and we will be happy to do it. So but yeah, so that's where we're at with that, whether you believe it or not. Either way, that little tinge of realism is going to make this so much better for the next several weeks.
I can't wait until Kevin Owens brings up that he had CM Punk's dream match at WrestleMania, and CM Punk never could.
Oh yeah, we're holding on to that one.
I can't. That's gonna be there.
We're holding on to that one.
And he's gonna say that I main evented WrestleMania before you did. It's all coming, and I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm. All the burns, all the sick burns that are so real, So true and so real, right? So, but and unfortunately, some sad news. Have we heard the prognosis from Chelsea Green, who is this irony that she broke her orbital bone, which is the reason why I believe Rhea is also out?
No, Rhea had surgery on her leg.
Her leg. Okay. So that's
so
Rhea
Rhea
had
broke her
surgery on
orbital
her
bone like 2 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when
and
had that
she
cool
wrestled
mask.
in a War Games match wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So I'm optimistic.
I think the mask comes back if it's not any more severe than it was that time, right? So then it can dance.
She'll probably need a couple weeks off to heal.
Yeah,
and then she'll be like, I don't think she's gonna have to give up anything.
No,
because if Liv Morgan can go, and I love Liv Morgan, if she can go 100 days without defending her title, Chelsea can go a couple weeks.
Yeah. I miss the monthly rule that they used to have. The 30-day rule.
The Sorg, that went away in COVID.
I know it went well. Yeah, there was.
It went away before that with Brock, but
Tina's reminding that the title match is going to be on SmackDown in Toronto in a few weeks. So I think the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. So
something tells me that's not going to have a finish.
Dude, you never know. Dude, how many times have we said that? And we've had title changes, dude.
I mean, there is.
I know. I was there for one.
There is the whole Sami Zayn of it all floating around the feud as well. So
yeah, but I think this is.
When's Johnny gonna get up?
He's never getting up.
When's Johnny gonna get up?
CM Punk said in that backstage thing, "Oh, I'd give him a shot before you." At that point, Johnny, get up.
Yeah,
Oh, I could get a title shot.
Is Johnny just sad because he sees how much fun Tommaso's happening and having an AEW right now?
I think Johnny is perfectly happy to
collect the paycheck, laying on a box,
lay in a box for 6 months and get paid his contract. Give me that contract.
That's fine until somebody.
I'll take it.
That's fine.
He does photo shoots, planking. Have you seen this?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
He doesn't even have to stand for photo shoots. That's wonderful. I think his new promo pic officially is him planking.
Jeez. Johnny's going to be off TV for a bit. Oh, really? Has he been injured this whole time? What's happening?
Did he get injured planking?
Off the box.
Yo, planking is hard. That's why I have that board that Edge and Christian sold me. Which helps out so much, actually. Either way, check his IG. Oh no, Johnny Bananas, what happened? Breaking news for us. I'm gonna look up that real quick. Also, Tina's reminding us that Rhea wrestled with a broken orbital bone 2 War Games matches in a row, same night or 2 months.
So I said,
2 years, kind of thing. So, I am not clear on what I'm looking for here.
Johnny Bananas dead.
Oh, his dad, Daddy Gargano. Oh no. Okay. That no. Yeah, it looks like his father passed. Is that what I'm looking at here? Like cancer.
I'm not sure if he passed or if he's just diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer.
Yes.
Oh my God,
that sucks.
That is terrible.
Yep. And fortunately, does that really mean he's off TV though? Because that's
well, he said he was taking a break from his TV character.
Okay, that's good.
Because he hasn't really been posting anything because he's been like
planking.
Yeah,
he's been posting the planking. So our hearts go out to Johnny Gargano. With that, that's really tough, and hope he does okay. But yeah, he'll bounce back. He's a good one. So, anyways, with that, hey. Before we get into, I want to give a shout out to our buddy over there. I want to make sure I get their website right here. Curtis over there with Falcon Digital. God, where's my thing at? I can't find my websites. Excuse me. It's in the Edge. That's right. So shout outs again, Falcon Digital Imaging. You can check that out if you're curious and want to inquire on these. That's Falcom with the M digital.com, because I got handed something. I realized I had something I was handed before. I shared the ad for these, but I got my my stack of 2PW trading cards. And we've had Rise, we've had RWA. We have a smattering of these in the back over the years. I know I've picked up a few in the past. So it does these awesome cards that are high quality of our local favorites here. There's David Lawless, there's Tad Jarvis, there's Don Murphy, there's the Rev Ron Hunt once again with these cards. Some other people that we haven't had on the show yet. Dennis Gregory, an old favorite. I'm holding these way wrong for television here.
So you gotta learn how. You gotta watch.
Good. The Count, really? The Count. Mark Charles III is on this. Are you serious? He gets a card. Where's my card, bro? Zach Nystrom. Where's my parade? So Bronco McBride. Oh my God. Andrew Palace. Some good stuff there. They were selling these at the show. I'm presuming they're going to have them at future 2PW shows as well. But if you want to get some directly, you might be able to contact them over on falcomdigital.com. And I never pointed out, because remember we every March we have the kids in to talk about this event. And there was a pack that he did this year for the Pit Fight 2026. And by the way, the proceeds went to Cauliflower Alley Club. Let me give a shout out to Prospect Pro Wrestling. There was a show they did a couple months ago. I think it was Risk and Reward was the title. It's free on all the platforms. It was a fundraiser for Cauliflower Alley Club between Pit Fight, that show, some other things that they've been doing behind the scenes to raise some money around professional wrestling in Pittsburgh. They announced that they're going to Vegas for the annual meeting of the Cauliflower Alley Club, and they will be giving $10,000 to the fund that they have for helping retired wrestlers with medical bills, things like that. Because as we know, a lot of them, did not find themselves in a good situation post wrestling. We've all watched Dark Side. But yeah, in that set, this is what it kind of looks like for the Pit Fight one. Like some of the match graphics and stuff are converted into cars. I think are kind of fun, and some other people, even our buddy Kyle Harper, the president of the club that always joins us every year, has a card. So that was a kind of a cool thing that they got to put together for that. So yeah, check that out. If you go to a 2PW show, they may have some trading cards, or RWA might have some too. So I forget if they did a set for that or not. So somebody tell me somewhere along the line too. So, but yeah, give me a shout out there. Falcom Digital Imaging LLC, Curtis Stevenson, life member of the Cauliflower Alley Club. Keep talking me into signing up. So I thought it was for wrestlers, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, real quick, let's give a shout out to our friends, sliceonbroadway.com. If you want to go check them out. Wrestlers I know just accidentally find themselves in the stories apparently and text me about it, which I do appreciate. There's New York City style yins are made, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza for about a decade and a half at this point. So thanks to those guys for supporting the show. Podner was on the Awesome Cast earlier and he found some Slice on Broadway pizza sauce at an Italian market. I forget where he said he was. He probably told me in the chat room. So, oh man, I dropped the card as some guy named John card randomly. There you go. Oh, geez, brawl change. Anyways, I forgot that I gave him his name. That was brought up this weekend.
I mean, he is your son. What? We watched the Mayhem show 20. He's your son.
Am I gonna have to deal with this again at Sorgstock? Oh my god.
Sorry, you're definitely going.
He hasn't even been invited. Well, he wasn't invited the last two times.
Hey, Sorg. The summer is a great time for families to get together.
This family?
I'm just saying.
It's like, that's mathematically impossible, right?
Sorg.
I would have been like...
we live in a world where John Cena was Archer's childhood.
I would have had to been like 7.
All things are possible with Nestle Quick.
I don't think that means what you think that means. Okay.
I think it means exactly what I think.
I don't think that means what you... The Io Biola Market. It sounded better when you said it than me reading it. So, either way, I'm going to put this some guy named John I'm gonna put my son's card away. Either way, guys, let's find out, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Ooh.
Who would like to go first?
Okay, I got something. Okay, so this week I learned something very good from AAA TV, and that's the best way to debut a guy from NXT that's never been on NXT TV is to just turn him into a crazy monster who tries to kill people. So if you didn't see it this week on NXT or on AAA TV, Drake Moreau from WWE LFG debuted on AAA TV by attacking Psycho Clown and ripping off his mask, like the face part that peels off, just peeled it straight off, then choke slammed him onto a steel chair, and it was one of the craziest debuts.
It was the
He was
video.
looking very Luchasaurus-y.
He
Oh,
was
it
a
was
little
so
bit,
good.
like a little bit of a Kane thing going on. I gotta get out of here before WWE issues a takedown on me, but you got the idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, it looks like a Kane-like thing, or I feel like this is something that would have popped up in JCW, perhaps. So there you go. And it looks like might be an item with Roxy. So
Yep,
according to
that's
this, so very, very cool. So yeah, no, I thought that
So
was
once
wild.
again, Judgment Day stays winning.
There you go.
Yes.
Absolutely. I need to pull something up for this real quick. Are you ready to go there, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead while I set this up next bit up.
I learned it's a great week for Tater themed wrestlers.
Tater themed wrestlers.
Oh, yes.
Tater themed wrestlers.
Who's-
First of all, I saw JBL going nuts over an indie wrestler I was unfamiliar with, but the man called Tater. He's a giant guy, wrestles like Vader, and comes out to the ring with a microwave on his head.
Oh my God! Really?
Amazing.
I gotta
15
pull
out
this
of 10
guy
I
up.
have 0.
Hold on a second.
It's Tater time.
I saw this picture.
Mhm.
I did not get to see the rest of the context that you're talking about, but this is the picture that's been going around at JBL with.
No. He wrestles like Vader, and he comes out with a microwave on his head.
Big Man Tater. Can we book him? I know right now that VCW is trying to book this man.
Sorg, I want him against Beastman.
I want him at my show. Like, what is his rate?
Sure.
But listen,
Sorg, you can probably find out.
I still need to find an opponent for Brianna Bands, and
That's a dream match right there.
so somebody give me Big Man Tater's travel rate and everything,
Hold
and
on,
we'll see if
hold
we
on,
have a
look.
budget for it.
I'm looking.
You're gonna DM him?
I really love the idea that you fly in this guy of all people for the show. You're like, I want Big Man Tater on my show.
I think
Let me
that's-
fly him in.
I think that's gonna be my next like concept for the show. Like, obviously, Brianna's like the first one that we're bringing in. That's like an out of towner for the most part, right? I know Cowpoke technically he was a last minute booking to fill in for a main event, and I just think of him as a local guy. I don't realize he's coming in from where he's coming in from. I don't want to blow up his spot on that because I don't know if it's public. But because everybody just thinks he's a Pittsburgh guy because he's fucking here all the time, right? But I think in the future events, I'm going to have one person, like one dream, like we're bringing that guy in. Let's do this kind of
And
thing,
it's
right?
going to be Big Man
And
Tater.
this time is Big Man Tater.
Sorg,
What are you doing
Sorg,
on the
he's a
28th,
fellow
Big Man
podcast.
Tater? What's that?
He's a fellow podcaster.
Is he seriously?
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Tina says, as a manager, I will sponsor this. What is the sponsor? Whatever the flight is. Whatever it is. Man. Wait,
And he's also a stand-up comedian.
He's also a stand-up comedian. Oh my god.
Have you heard of Casio?
No? Is he on the Iron City Comedy Fest this weekend?
He might be.
Shout out for Matt Light's doing a big Iron City Comedy Festival this weekend. It's going to be all day. They have some other activities going on there. It's going to be out where Enjoy Wrestling was for Taco Fest out in Iron City's Pittsburgh Brewing Company facility out there near Katanning. I don't know if it's officially Katanning where they're at. They're across the river, but basically it's Katanning. Basically across the river from where we did 880 Wrestling initially back in the day. So it's a really cool facility. They just released the schedule for the comedians. I'm going to try to get there this Saturday myself. If anybody wants to come with me. Because I need a tomato throwing buddy. There's a tomato throwing stage apparently at some point. So
tomato throw show.
Yeah. So shout out to our friend over there. If you go to, I think it's pittsburghbrewingcompany.com. But if you just search Iron City Comedy Festival, you're gonna find ironcitycomedy.com is the site for it. So let's give that shout out to Matt Light. Let's support him, man. He's putting a lot into this stuff. There's going to be wrestling there from some company and everything. So let's go support some local comedy from one of the friends of the show doing something really, really cool. As somebody who knows what it's like, he's been doing this a lot longer than me about putting on his own events, for comedy and everything. He does his Ugly Sweater Party, which I'm always doing some other show or I'd go to it. So let's support. And again, somebody who's been around the wrestling business as well. So we talked to him a lot about his involvement with Blackcraft Wrestling back in the day here in this show, for instance. So I just want to make sure, he's doing something big. He's doing something cool to help improve and celebrate that community, the comedy community here in Pittsburgh and make it bigger and grander. And I haven't seen anything on this scale, honestly. And that's really, really cool to see him doing this. So, and he has a lot of really cool projects. So go out there, support him. If you're not a fan of Matt Light's comedy, good news. There's a lot of other stuff going on, but support the fact that he put this thing together too. So, but yeah, really cool thing going on there. IronCityComedy.com.
And Sorg, to also go off of my Tater themed wrestlers.
Yes.
Tatum Paxley debuted on SmackDown.
Thank you for connecting that.
Very exciting.
Thank you for connecting that. Oh boy. Yo, there's some videos of Tatum Paxley like putting on the weights.
I'm
seen this?
So excited. I'm such a big Tatum Paxley mark.
Uh-huh.
Such a big Tatum Paxley mark. And the fact that she's in and Alexa's kind of spooky.
Mm-hmm.
I think by Halloween we will have a spooky Charlotte. And I'm very excited for this.
Yes.
I feel like they're going to give her a spoopy makeover.
I'm here for it.
Very excited.
Here for it. We'll see what the post why it's spoopy is happening there. Tina's in the chat room, has two things. Learned that happy 16th anniversary Mercedes. I believe that's 16 years in wrestling, if I'm not mistaken. And also the Who Runs the World show ran by MPX Wrestling, which I believe Athena is involved in, out of Texas. Their card is stacked. By the way, one of the inspirations for the Thursday night fights is MPX when I got to see their shows, pre-COVID, I guess, a while ago when I was down there for work. So this show, how stacked is this show? Let's give it some props here real quick. Maya World versus Zara Zakir, in a singles match. Of course, our TBS champion. Mystery tag match. Triple threat match of Kaylee Ray, Shotzi Blackheart, and Billy Starks. I'm here for it. Let's see. Charity King and Nyla Rose. Charity King, I think I've seen on an O'Shea show.
In a cage match.
Holy cow. It's coming up on September 18th, I guess. Bad Bitch Brawl.
I mean, we've all been there.
There you go. There's a lot of people in here.
Abaddon's gonna.
Abaddon, Gabby Forza, Hollywood, Haley J, Mackenzie Morgan, and Amira. Verd Vixen, big fan of her, and Nikki Storm. I held her Defy belt before she had it. So somebody put it on my shoulder. I did not take that one. Okay, I did not missy that one and steal it. I think Rich or somebody threw it on my shoulder while I was setting up for the show. Belts feel good, dude. I get why everybody buys those replicas and stuff. Also, I just saw breaking news from VCW. Mickey Knuckles will be coming to town at a future show. I presume it's going to be that Where's Zoltan show. But can I say this? Zoltan was not involved in the naming of that show. I'm pretty sure. So, he found out about it when the rest of us did. Let's put it that way. So I don't know what VCW's legal department is. They are in West Virginia, so there may be there are no laws in West Virginia. That's what we've learned, even in your fucking show names, apparently. So I just hope he will be. Yes. Yo, are you filming right now? Yes. So. Anyways, what did I learn? Oh, hey, the T-Pop, did you go? You went, right?
Yep, I went.
Mike, you went. I think it's my turn. I just finished today the Roddy Piper book. So when I started it, it was kind of funny because I was looking at it, and it was put together by Colt and Teal Piper, and Toombs, if you will. And
is it a new one?
Yeah, well, it's the one that they put out. It's the one that he was working on when he had passed. So it's a few years old, but I just finally, it's been in my list for a while. I finally got around to it. So now that I'm done with Dungeon Crawler Carl and any adjacent books, I'm going back into my feed today, lately. So there was two things. First, when I was starting it, I realized Danny Moe was here a few weeks ago. I was like, yeah, like the person you slapped in slap fights is a co-author of this book I'm starting right now. That's weird. And of course, I always think about, especially when they're talking about some of the stories of them, especially around the early to mid teens, 20s, teens. He was here in Meadville for a benefit show, and my wife's favorite, one of my wife's favorite wrestlers, because Sting's the other one, and very glad that she got a chance through those shows to meet, or at least be in the same room as like her heroes growing up. You know what I mean? And she did have a very nice exchange with Roddy Piper, in passing, for a few moments there, which she always brings up. Not as much as the Brian Cage one, but that's for Patreon. Either way, so I don't know. I learned a lot of background about things, like it was really cool to see the connect the dots of things I've seen while I was growing up and maybe didn't understand at the time. They do talk about the Bad News Brown match, faux pas, and they do talk about the backlot brawl. They talk about all of his big matches, and also you do have to take it with a grain of salt, because even self-admittedly, he, as we kind of saw portrayed on Legends House, which was brought up briefly in this, he kind of he started like creating the character Roddy Piper so much that he kind of forgot who the real person was. And this was an effort to reestablish those stories and put them down, which is what ended up being this book, kind of thing. So it's I learned a lot. I can't give you one specific thing off the top of my head, but it was really nice to kind of see that again. Somebody that I was very, one of my favorites, growing up and everything too, and and it was really cool to see that. So go read a book, even an audio book. That's fine, just like a podcast, slightly more boring. So the next one's The Bad Guys. It's somebody did a book about the NWO and the cultural impact of it. So, but yeah, put that out. Let me put it this way. I put it on and my radio started playing on Missy's in the car. Something Republican. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, it's a wrestling book. I don't know what's going on. And then it tells a story about the current vice president, apparently dressed as Nikolai Volkov in a photo that people had a problem with. So interesting. However, see, everything is wrestling. So for better and sometimes worse. So T-Pop, thank you for filling in and being the Riz for tonight.
Oh, I'm happy to be the Riz, I guess.
So you're like our backup. You're like our backup Riz. When we need a
say,
Riz.
every time I've been on the show lately, Riz hasn't been here. I'm starting to think he doesn't like me.
Hey, you know what? We haven't seen you and Riz in the
I'm
same
starting
place.
to think you've locked Riz in the basement.
I do.
I would never do that. Just because my friends of the Department of
That
Drugs may have
sounds like-
taken him at one point, I would not hurt the Riz.
I think he's
I'm
actually.
just saying he's very abductable.
I think he's back there in one of those masks on your shelf, like fucking ET.
That would terrify me if Face came out of one of those.
Not if you're the one that set it up. I think he's in that Psycho Clown.
No, I look up sometimes because when I buy these masks, sometimes you'll see like the pictures on like eBay, and it's the faces have little eyes on them, like they draw them on, and it drives me nuts because I look at it, I'm like, this thing's looking at you. Why would you want that? I don't want that.
Is this like
Staring at me?
It's just like when I was gifted the Roman Reigns stand-up, cardboard stand-up, back when we were still in the basement studio at the house. And late at night, little ominous in the basement, right? And I'll turn around and there's just a big dark figure because it's Shield era. Roman.
The big dog.
He's the big dog. He's in the entranceway now. Everybody sees Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Roman Reigns when they walk in here, so they know what the hell they're getting into. So I literally had a state representative come in here last week, and I know the first thing they see is Hulk Hogan. Set the fucking tone, guys.
Not what you want.
Yeah, exactly. We've had a lot of people who are now in Congress in this studio, actually, now that I think about it, over the years. So for various projects and things like that, and one King George. Guys, thank you so much. Mad Mike 4883 is the other dude here.
That's me.
There you go.
Yeah.
In not upstate New York. Follow me on Sorgatron. Like I said, I'll probably have some pics and stuff from adventures this weekend between 2PW, that, and I'll probably go to Kennywood again because that's what I do all the time now. So see you. Hey, come by Kennywood Sunday. I'll be around.
Sorry, just meet us in Sesame Place.
I'll meet you. Oh, I've always listen. As a kid, I always wanted to go to Sesame Place. So, although I hear
you have adult monies.
I do have adult monies, but don't I need a kid to get in there? Can I borrow your kid?
I probably not.
Do you have a kid loaner program?
Oh man, no, I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see if we can work that out. So, either way, guys, thank you so much for being part of the Mayhem Nation. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.